Man, we'll shut that off. I don't know what the hell's going on with that thing. Hey, everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome to another Campfire Chats with Eric and Guest. I am your host, E.D. Testerman. And boy, for those of you who didn't catch my short live on YouTube earlier, let's say I've had an interesting day. And if my hat seems a little brighter, it's because I finally broke down and cleaned it today because, well, after mowing yesterday, it was covered. So, good news today. Y'all, DA is going live tonight. I'm excited. I can't wait. I've been talking with him today because of what I found. So, curiosity, who all in chat seen my short live today? Thank you, Roxanne. For those of you guys that didn't see it, you ought to go check her out, man. Yeah. I found some cool stuff. I can't definitively say this is Bigfoot related because there is other variables out there for what was. What kind of leads me that way is the footprints that was around that area. So to me, possibly I'm leaning more towards that could have been Bigfoot that had that interaction. Which when I first saw it, first thing I did is video chatted Linda Eastburn because we've had that set up since I was on that documentary Byways of Bigfoot with her. So I wanted her to see what has transpired with it. So it's really cool. I sent her the videos or the pictures. So originally I had everything recorded because I was getting ready to do some cool stuff to add to the game cam videos, not the pictures, but the videos I had. I finally broke down after 3 months and went out there and swapped out that SIM card. And so I was shooting some videos, kind of showing you how I maintain my property. I've said this thousands of times, it's very important to have land management if you want good wildlife and diversity on your property. He's doing good. So that's the weird thing. So you guys, for who didn't catch in chat, I did find Snow. Actually, about 10 seconds after I got off live, I found him. He was sitting in the field at the edge of the tree line watching me. He wouldn't come back in the woods. If y'all recall in that live, I was like, man, I'm being watched. And I got to looking around. I couldn't see Snow, so I was shooting that video. And the whole time I was shooting it, trying to show you guys that broken tree top, I was looking for Snow. I was like, man, I have not seen that little dude in a while. And then I started getting worried. That's why I started hesitating on things. It's like, okay, where's my dog? If any of you guys have ever seen my videos I do out in the woods, he's always there. He's never very far from me at all. And he was actually in the field at the tree line watching me. He wasn't making noise. And he always comes to me when I call him. And he would not come in that tree line. In fact, when I went back to the house, got the forensics kit to come out and collect that peanut butter jar, he wouldn't even come out of the house. He stayed in the house. He wouldn't even come out. So there was something out there he did not like. Well, that begs the question, because if you remember right, and I was talking about, I think I heard him down there in the bottoms, down in the valley. That wasn't him. That was something else. I thought that was him down there chasing something, because if y'all recall in that live, I saw you chasing something, because that's honestly what I thought was going on. And come find out that wasn't him. He was in the field. He didn't leave me completely. He didn't hightail it to the house, but he wouldn't come back in the woods. And he was trying to keep an eye on me, and I couldn't see him through the vegetation. He's small enough that I can't see. Come here. Everybody's going to want to see you. Come over here. Yeah, come on. So, yes, my little buddy's still here, which had me. I was really worried. I was really worried about my little buddy, because he's my partner. He's my associate. He goes out with me when I do investigations out here, and anytime, whatever I do. I mean, even in that video where I left me mowing, you can see him. He follows me wherever I go. He won't get on that mower with me when it started. Dude, I'm trying to talk. You're being rude. manners. He won't get on with me when it started, but he'll follow me all over the place while I'm on it. Now, he doesn't ever go far from my. He's my baby. Yeah, he is. He's my baby. But I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to put you guys' comments up here. But yeah, he's so I don't know. Something was out there that he just didn't like. He really didn't like it, and that was actually the first time he's ever done that. I mean, we've been out in the woods with a lot of stuff. This was the first time that he actually refused to go back in the woods. I mean, no matter how much I called for him, he did not go back in the woods. And yeah, he looks a little cleaner because me and him had a shower last night. When I got done mowing, I was like, hey, come on, bud, I need a shower. You're getting a shower too. So I took him in and washed him down. You were smelling good until you got all stinky now because they've been out there playing and everything. But so yeah, I was relieved. And that's why as soon as I found him, I put it in the chat. Hey, I found him. So but he's my buddy. I mean, he goes everywhere I go. We've been out there with a lot of pretty ornery critters. He don't give a crap. He'll bark at them. He's got a Napoleon complex like you wouldn't believe, and that's what worried me because he was dead silent, and he wouldn't come to me. No matter how much I called for him, he would not come to me. So, but yeah, so I mean that's pretty much my experience today. I don't know if anybody else has had any of you guys had any other encounters of different things this past week. And I want to give a shout out to DA if he's listening. He's doing better. I'm proud of him. I'm so thankful and happy for him that he's doing better. I'm super excited to see him live tonight. I really am. It does my heart good to know he's doing better. But yeah, that's pretty much been. Oh, hey, there he is. Speaking of the devil, you say his name and he appears. But no, I mean it's good. I can't wait to catch your show tonight, bro. I'm tickled pink that you got a show going on. So, but yeah, no, Snow's fine. He's doing great. He's been up my butt ever since we got home. I got on here, was doing videos, and he knew I wasn't live, so he was laying back here on the back here behind my chair. And then, of course, we ate some dinner while I was sitting in my lazy boy. That ain't no joke, bro. That's no joke. I'm glad to hear that, brother. I really am. It does my heart good to see you're doing so much better. And the fact that you're getting back and doing what you love, you are a very, very important man when it comes to this field. So it's going to be great seeing you active again. It really is. But yeah, no, we got a lot of stuff lined up. Yesterday was a busy day for me. That is such a blessing. That is such a blessing. That does my heart good, bro. That does my heart really good. Yesterday, hey, no worries, bro. I got 4-wheel drive. We get to hankering. I can guess. I haven't got that thing stuck yet. I'll be honest with you. I've tried. Well, okay, yeah, I'll admit it. Yeah, I've purposely tried to get that truck stuck. I have not been able to get that truck stuck. And so yesterday was a busy day. I had running around and then ended up getting an open rack at my brother's work. So I took the truck down, got the hub put on the driver's side front, got the stabilizers put in. I wish I had a nice truck. It's nice enough for me, man. It really is. I don't need nothing fancier what I got in that bad boy. I like my truck. Even though it's a Chevy, I like my truck. There really ain't no difference between Chevy, Ford, or Dodge anymore, not like it used to be. But so yeah, she's running good now. So I'm tickled pink because I've got to get down there and work on some investigations, I got some other stuff planned up. I mean, you and me, DA, we got to go up to Moon Valley together. My next step is I'm trying to get things cleared out so I can get my boat in the shop and get it finished up. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. See, that's how I am. I don't need the newest, latest, greatest thing. I still got an iPhone 13 for goodness sakes. I mean, I don't need it. If it can get the job done, that's all I care about, man. You know, well, I do certain things. Yeah, I mean, I put a touch screen stereo in my truck. You know, I'm gonna put a little speaker. I like to listen to music. I like to. Funny thing is, I actually listen to more podcasts and audio books than I do anything. That's why I can't wait for another D.A. Roberts audio book. I love listening to the. I listen to yours a lot. I listen to Peter Gibbons a lot. I'm actually listening to Father Gabriel Mort right now. He's got a couple books out about exorcism. Granted, he's Catholic. I really like his approach to exorcisms. So I finished one of his books already, and I'm about halfway through his other one right now. No, there ain't nothing wrong with Chevys at all, Don. They're like a rock. They sit there and do nothing. The only reason why I upgraded my phone with this year was for the better camera. Well, and that's kind of, I mean, the only reason why I upgraded mine is because it was acting up, and you know, it's old now. Yeah, you don't have his cell phone. I got to have mine because of my job. I'm on call. Technically, I'm considered a first responder. Whenever shit hits the fan, I'm on call. You know, I'm on call 24/7. So I mean, if shit hits the fan, something goes down, I'm at work, and I'm working 12-hour days until it's done. So that's why you know, people are snuggled in their homes safe and sound. I'm out there in the elements. Oh, yes. I mean, that's perfect. I mean, that's a perfect situation right there, Don. Honestly, buddy. That really is. I mean, another reason why I got a phone, well, I'm a single parent, you know, so my kids got to be able to get a hold of me. But I do, reason why I got a fancy phone like this one here is, I'll admit, it helps with investigations. But also, I do a lot of my work off at my job on that phone. I use my phone a lot for work, not just phone calls, but you know, because I've got to be in contact with the marking crew if they mark something wrong. Contact with my work. I'm making locates. I'm checking locates. I'm checking locations. I got to try to find places. I've been actually working quite a bit around DA's place here lately. In fact, I haven't posted the pictures yet. I've got to get that done. That's one thing I forgot to do today. But not too far from DA, I found a cedar tree that was starting to get stripped and had some pretty nice prints that might be Bigfoot. And it's not actually too far from him. My mom has one for going places, but whenever it turns it on, when she's yeah, yeah. Never turns it on. Yeah, I started to catch myself. I kind of figured what you were saying, Roxanne. But so I mean, I use my phone a lot. But I mean, this is the camera on this thing's great. And I apologize for the short live. It is blurry because I don't have good signal out here. Hey, Jessica, how's it going, sweetie? I don't have good signal out here, so I was trying something new because I'd accidentally deleted my videos from the first time I was recording it. So I wanted to do something, try it out, hopefully where I can save things in case it happens again. But yeah, so no, I mean, that's why I've got it. Outside that, I don't. Now I do have a laptop that I've got to get set up, be able to do lives on, because if I can do lives while investigating, I've also can hook my microscope up to it and have real-time views on my laptop of anything that is found that can be looked under a microscope. So, absolutely, Jessica. So I think that's great. So I'm trying to get my hands. Anytime I get a little extra money, I'm getting a little bit more equipment to help when I'm doing investigations instead of doing things how I'm used to doing it. I'm trying to get back into that more scientific approach to it and everything else. So as I get a little bit of money, I buy something else. If you guys haven't seen the thermal images of that the thermal device that can hook up to my cell phone, as it takes an iPhone because I got the iPhone one, but they have Droid versions of this as well. This is going to be a freaking game changer, especially at night times. This thing shoots out far, freaking wicked far. And I've got videos of me testing it out on my YouTube. But that plugs right into the bottom of my cell phone, and you download the app to it. My Lord, this thing is so freaking clear. And I mean, hell, I was reaching out 150 yards and you can see the tree line. I mean, this thing it's going to be a game changer when it comes to doing research. Hey, DA, just remember, chicks dig scars. Movie quote, in case somebody doesn't realize, chicks dig scars. Yeah, that's right, Jessica. See, Jessica knows. Jessica knows. So I'm excited to be able to go out and do some investigating. I've already talked to DA once. Vitamin on it every day and makes the scars smaller. I don't know, man. Well, I mean, yeah, if you want them smaller. I have one from my belly button to my little tool. I got one on my little tool. I have talked to DA once about something that I want to try. I'm not going to announce what it is, but it's a theory I have dealing with Sasquatch. But I don't want to do it alone. So I want to be able to do it where I have people around me in case something goes bad. Then people can get to me quick. Heck no, man. Like I said, chicks dig scars. Scars are like a story told, And honestly, your scars, tattoos, they're stories being told, man. Honestly. So I do have some stuff planned up coming up here soon to try to get some things done. Some theories I have that I want to test out. There's times I don't mind going out in the woods by myself. I did it today, although there towards the end, I think I pushed my luck a little bit today. Yeah, I've got scars all over, man. I've got scars all over. I think you know what you're talking about. You talked about it last week, yeah. Today I'll admit I'm pretty sure I kind of pushed my luck a little bit. I'm going to stay out of the woods for a little bit. I'm going to let my woods calm down. Me being me, I did, being stubborn, I wanted to collect that stuff. I'll admit, whenever I had that feeling, I should have stayed out. I really should have, but I really wanted to collect that just in case. Just in case that might be the smoking gun. I ain't saying it is. I mean, it could be a bear, it could be a coon. I mean, I don't know, but I gathered it and I got the hell out. I mean, it was my time. I knew I was pushing it. I knew whatever was out there wasn't happy. Oh man. Yeah. So, but no, I'm tickled pink. My little dude's, he's okay. He's doing good. It was just kind of odd how he wouldn't come to me when I called for him, and he wasn't at my side. That just wasn't like him. He didn't even bark. That did have me scared for a little bit. So I apologize on my live about that and hopping off. But I was more worried about my little buddy than I was about being live at the moment. So yeah, he's doing good. He's been up my butt ever since we got back home. He would not go back out in the woods though. When I went out to collect that peanut butter jar, Nope. He went in my bed, sat in my bed, and just looked at me. It's like, dude, I'm staying here. You probably ought to stay here too. And of course, me going, hey, I found something. I gotta go get it. Run out there. Yeah, yeah. He was, but that did have me worried. I'm not gonna lie. That did have me worried when he was acting the way he did, because I mean, like I said before, if any of you guys have seen my videos when I'm out in the woods, he's right there. I mean, he doesn't leave my side. Me and him has seen some pretty interesting stuff out in the woods together. His little dumbass, I swear, would get eaten because he just sat there and bark. He could be a damn cougar and he'd bark at the damn thing. But his ass wanted to be at the edge of that. Give him credit. He wasn't going to leave me. He wasn't next to me. He wasn't coming to me. But he was trying to keep an eye on me. That's my buddy. Yeah. 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 I'll give you that. I pushed my luck. That's why I said I'm going to let the woods settle down for a little bit. I pissed off what was ever out there. I don't know what it was. Somebody said they seen something in the video. I looked at it a few times. I haven't been able to find it, so I can't say there is, can't say there ain't. The only thing I seen that came close was a stump, which I knew about. That's probably the reason why I spaced it off, because I know my woods. You know, I know my woods very well. And so for me, I probably looked over it because I was like, it's just my stump, you know. But if you guys see something, let me know. We'll check her out for sure. So other than that, man, has anybody else had? So I mean, I've had that two stuff happen. I did upload a video last week of another encounter in the location I'm trying to get down to. The down and dirty of it is he heard a pack of coyotes, and it was a normal pack of coyotes, but he heard something try to mimic a coyote and didn't do a good job at it. And then he heard the coyotes going further away. And I told him, I said, to me, that sounds like a Bigfoot. And it was probably Bigfoot warning them off, saying, y'all need to go. I'm here. So I do have that encounter video. It is up on my channel. That was in the same location that the dogman, werewolf, or wolfman, whatever it is, I don't know yet. I'm leaning towards more of the werewolf side because of no tail. Yeah, he did. But he still stuck by me. I mean, he wasn't by me, but he didn't leave me high and dry. I mean, look how many encounters you hear about how their animals leave their owners high and dry. You know, so I gave him props. Little dude didn't leave me totally high and dry. I mean, he stayed somewhat close where he could see me. So, but yeah, so in that same area is where this recent activity happened a few days ago. So if you guys want to, I mean, check it out. It's in my videos. So that just gives me something else when I go down there to check out. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think it was a normal predator, only because of how Snow was acting. That's the only thing out of this whole deal that got me going, what the hell was out there, because he did not do his normal thing. We have two with little big dogs thing going. Yeah. And Snow's definitely got a Napoleon complex, man. Oh, my little orange female did growl the attack something last night, and my friend thought the cat was weird because she didn't see anything. I told her they see things that other people don't see. You're absolutely right. And I mean, I told you guys that. You know, I've told you the stories about Calypso when I rescued her, and about 5 or 6 months after I rescued her, because she always slept in bed with me, and she was my cane corso. Loved her to death. I mean, she was stuck to my hip from the very day I rescued her from them people. From a dead sleep, she shot up, stood over me. I mean, lengthwise over me, and let out this growl that literally my blood curdled in my body. I could feel it. My whole body. It was just how do you describe it? It's one of those growls that was demonic almost. I mean, that's the best, closest way I could do it. I mean, my whole body shuddered from this growl that she let out, and she's never growled like that before. And of course, it woke me up. So I was like, instantly I knew something's in my house that ain't supposed to be in my house. So I reached up, grabbed the 40 off the headboard. I said, let's go, girl. Let's go find it. And we shot off to the living room. Didn't see anything. Went through the whole house. Didn't see anything. But she constantly watched that living room. And so that told me there wasn't something there. So that's when I said, all right, whatever's here, you're not welcome. You need to go. And I pretty much evicted it from my home. Because she'd let me know what was there was not something good. Yeah, snow's the same way, Don. Snow's the same way. Hell, that dude will even bark at his own damn reflection in the mirror. At least I think it's his reflection. But yeah, that's how snow is. I mean, it's just how they are. But you can't find a better companion and a better alert dog than anybody than these little ones. So, but I mean, I've had really good luck with my pets and a lot of my animals. So I didn't listen to him today. I admit it. I didn't listen, and I pushed my luck a little bit. I mean, luckily I'm okay. There ain't nothing happened yet, so we're still rocking and rolling. But so Don said he ain't had anything lately. How's your guest been, Roxanne? You have had any more besides your cat dealing with it? I knew what you was talking about when you talked about it. Yeah, they'll let you know. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Dude, I ain't gonna lie, I was tickled pink.
Good evening, Eric. Anytime. Literally.
I am not talking to you. Shut up. Go to sleep. Damn Alexa. Been quiet there. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you. Yeah, for those guys who don't remember, Roxanne's got a. I guess you could call him a visitor. She does that often, DA. She's aggravating. Actually, I guess I can unplug her ass. I didn't think about that. So, but no, I mean, I'm going to unplug her because I don't want her doing that again. Yeah. Damn Alexa. I unplugged her ass. But there seems to be, hey, Ryan, my brother, how you been? How you doing, buddy? I just realized, hey, that reminds me. Oh my God, thank God you came in the chat because I've been trying to remember this all day to do this. If you're following people on YouTube, because this just happened to me with Brian's channel, I've been wondering why I haven't been getting no notifications on YouTube about Ryan's stuff. Well, YouTube kicked me off his deal. I had to resubscribe to his channel again today. Well, then I noticed some other ones I wasn't getting any notifications on. Well, they went back to doing the same thing with that bell button. They take it from all alerts to private. So anybody you're following on YouTube, please go back in, make sure you're still following them, and make sure that bell button says all and not private. YouTube's been doing that a lot lately. So I'm actually very thankful you came in, Ryan, because I meant to say, I had it in my head all day to talk about that, and then I got sidetracked. So yeah. Oh yeah. So that's why you got another subscribe from me, is because I found out for some reason I was kicked off your channel. I was unsubscribed, man. So you guys do that, to everybody. Make sure you're doing it. DA, Roxanne, Ryan, William. I mean, anybody you follow on YouTube, make sure you're doing that, which I need to get a deal set up for you, Ryan, to promote your show. I meant to do that earlier, then I got sidetracked with what I found today, and I forgot to do that. If you wouldn't mind, bro, put your information in the chat so I can pop that up on the screen. I'll get a code made for you as well. That way we can pop that up there at any time. So So that way we can get people to your show as well. I love promoting podcasters that I really, really like. That's why I'm always hitting DA, Robbie, William, Jessica, man, in your show. So I've got to get a deal made for you as well. But go out here and follow these people. That's why I promote them on my show. It may hurt my numbers, but I don't care. These guys that I talk about on here are some of the top notch people you'll find when it comes to cryptid, paranormal, supernatural stuff. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't say it if I didn't like it. There you go. Thank you, bro. I remember your YouTube handle was a little different, and that's what I was trying to record so people can hit it. But yeah, I mean, look them up. Look them up right there. Give Ryan a follow without a doubt. And I will work on getting you a code made here. I'll try to do it tonight. Actually, I may do it tonight while I'm listening to DA's show, or I'll do it after. I'm probably going to be up because I got a couple more videos I got to make for the channel. So you guys give Ryan a follow. That man is cool. For those of you guys who didn't realize, I changed the book cover to Saga Grimson Book 3, Revenge of the Wendigo. I went back to the more traditional look. When I was creating some artwork, I was finally able to get what I got made. And the more and more and more I thought about it, it's like I ain't going with this mainstream look on Wendigo. I want to stay as traditional as possible. That's why I changed it. Yeah, you do, bro. Do you? That would be cool, man. That would be cool. I missed some conversations here. I apologize. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is, Ryan. He really is. Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, that's why I love promoting those who have good shows. So, I mean, we're all about helping each other out. We all may not agree the same way about anything, but that's what's great. Honestly, just because we don't agree on something, don't mean we can't be friends. Don't mean we can't work together on something, because that's the only way we're going to figure this world out is if we work together. I mean, and I'm a firm believer in that. That's why I love promoting these people. Exactly. You're 100% on that one. 100% on that one, D. I wholeheartedly believe in that. I think he breaks the speed of sound. But no, that's why I love it, man. That's why I love the network that I got, because I may see something one way, and that's why I love to have other people look at it, because I get other views. And it's like what William and I talk about all the time is don't forget Jessica's too, Roxanne. But that's why, like we talk about, Native Americans, when they talked about something, they sat in a circle. And when they take a break, they would get up. When they come back in, they've set in a different location and look at this thing from a different angle. And that gives you a different perspective. If we all combine together and get our perspectives together, this is how information is gotten out. This is how we learn. You learn from history. You learn from investigations, and you learn, hey, Twisted, and you learn by talking with each other. If we stay separated, we're never going to get to anything. We're doing exactly what they want as to keep us freaking dumb to what's going on. I'm actually really proud of your for your Wendigo cover, Edie. Not a lot of people acknowledge the indigenous beliefs. Oh, you're welcome, my bro. Yeah, thank you. That means a lot coming from you. That really does. I'd like it. I mean, I've got opinions on what comes between the horned and the non-horned. I mean, there's two possibilities. Yes, there's one other creature that very well could be something different that is very similar to the Big W. But, I'm also, I cannot dispute the fact that when things travel, things change, and that could be like a different form. but I want to stick to tradition as much as possible. And even though the cover is not 100% accurate, that was the closest that I can get it generated and made. That was my art. That's my artwork. I created that cover. Actually spent like 3 hours working on this damn thing to get it to where it is now. And I was like, man, that is the best that I can get it. This is the closest one that I can get it to. That's why I took it and ran with it. And it was actually going to be like a shirt design. And the more and more I looked at it, I was like, I really want this for my cover. So I may still be able to do a shirt design with it. But well, well, I mean, yeah, it's like ghouls. You know, ghouls. People think ghouls are strictly to the Middle East. Well, no, there's countless reports of World War II, and between the trenches over in France is what's called no man's land. And in no man's land, you'd hear these soldiers on both sides of the fight talking about seeing these creatures they called ghouls that was feasting upon the dead in no man's land. No man's land is literally what it is. If you went there, you were probably dying. And there was so much death and so much horror and tragedy in that little land between the two trenches. It begs the reason. I mean, there's really, you see why a ghoul, which a ghoul is a type of jinn. That's why people often think that they're strictly to the Middle East, because a ghoul is a type of jinn. But there's so many reports from World War I about them seeing ghouls out there eating and feasting upon the dead that was in no man's land. And if you study jinn and the ghoul with the jinn, ghouls feast upon the dead. The Scandinavians have a lot of lore about something similar to the ghouls and pale crawlers. Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. So I know. I know you're one of them. I don't subscribe that these things stay in one area. I do believe they can move. If there's a growth, if there's a certain amount of number in them, they're going to have to travel to where the food is. I mean, just like our ancestors did, they traveled with the food. I think this is, I could be wrong. My opinion, my theory, my hypothesis. I think they do the same. I don't think they're strictly stuck to one area. Hey, brother, thanks for coming in. I am so tickled pink to be able to watch your show tonight. So I can't wait. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, they definitely, yeah. So that's why I think, like the Big W, I'm pretty convinced it can move. It's not just strictly to the Northeast. I mean, there's reports of the Big W here in Missouri, from St. Louis, and even on the Arkansas and Missouri border. There's been accounts of the Big W. I have numerous reports from Arizona, Flagstaff, Tucson, Phoenix, and all of them happen near the rivers and water. Yeah, I mean, seriously, yeah. And you got to think. I mean, these things like the ghoul. I mean, we'll use the ghoul for an instance. These supernatural evil entities, the jinn were on this planet way before humans were. They are one of the first things that was ever created on this planet. They are pure evil. Have they been known to help humans? Yes, they have. And there's several instances where they've helped humans and they turn around and done something pretty crappy to them at the end. But where there is evil, where there is tragedy, where there is hatred, where there is massive amounts of bloodshed, that's negative energy. And I think, I mean, once again, my opinion, my theory, my hypothesis, that negative energy is like a lighthouse for these things. And I believe they're drawn to it. I really do. I could be wrong. I mean, this is just me spitballing out here. But I really think places like that draws in negative things like a beacon. You know, I need to recheck because I don't even think I'm still subscribed to you either, Twisted. I need to double check that. Yes, water holds a lot of energy. I mean, two of the things you want to look for in paranormal activity is limestone or water. And when you have the two combined, oh my gosh, man, that's like a massive paranormal generator. Water holds energy in some ways that carries the echoes of our ancestors. Yes, I mean, the Native Americans will tell you water is the lifeblood of our people. It is the lifeblood of Mother Earth. So, I mean, you talking about that, I can't dispute that because you're right. It's a living. People don't understand. Water is a living thing, just like everything else. It has a soul. It has a memory. It has a voice. We have just been deafened to it. Ryan, 3 or 4 years ago, 3 or 4 girls were killed outside Flagstaff. They say it might have been a dog man. Ooh, yeah. Roxanne, it wouldn't surprise me. I know that in the desert, they warn us that be careful of them. Dogmen are seen a lot, and dogmen are seen a lot along the Mexican border right now too. The jinn are said to be created from fire. Yes, and angels are made from light, and humans are made from earth and clay. Yes, yes. Pale crawlers are like the things in the movie Descent. I don't know if I've seen that movie or not. I may have. I'm not real up on pale crawlers, but the very little that I've seen on them, they sound very ghoulish to me. Oh, it wouldn't? Dang. Do me a favor, Twisted. If we're friends on Facebook, shoot me the link on there. Let me know when you do, and I'll try to look it up. If I can, I might be able to get it too. Yes, I think you're right. That's why I was suggesting that. I mean, if you're friends with Roxanne on Facebook, you can do that with her too. Cool. I tell you, man, I watched a new movie. I actually sat down and watched a movie the other day. Greetings, Penny. Yeah, sorry, got called up and yeah. Hey, how's it going, Penny? So I watched The Pope's Exorcist the other day with Russell Crowe, and my God, that was a good movie. I like Russell Crowe as an actor. Don't get me wrong; he does good at acting. But how it captured how things were in that movie, I was actually quite impressed. And I never knew he had books out. That's why I got his books because I've been listening to his books for the last 3 or 4 days, is because I wanted to get into his mind. Yeah, I don't. The rakes is my opinion. I'm not a rake person. I think that's another misidentification, and I'm really big on that's probably being a pasta deal. I'm not a real big rake person, but I haven't done enough research to have a really educated opinion on it. Just the few things that I've seen on it is the reason why I stopped looking at it, because it just seemed like BS to me. But I could be wrong. Okay. There we go. I want to leave that up for a minute just so people can look at that. Yeah, I truly think the rake is something that's either misidentified or is a pasta noodle deal, because they sound too much like ghouls and pill crawlers. In fact, if you listen to a lot of the stuff, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, pill crawlers. Yeah, Ryan says, "Yep, the rakes were inspired by pill crawlers. Rakes don't exist, but crawlers do." Yeah, and that's why whenever the few things I saw on it, I disregarded it. I mean, because nothing. everything I heard and everything I seen, just it smelt of, what's a polite way of putting this? It just didn't smell right, you know. And what little bit I dug into, I was like, dude, that's either a ghoul or a pale crawler. That's not a rake. And whenever you don't hear about something that's something brand new, also puts up red flags for me as well. And they do. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion is I don't believe in rakes. At the same time, you cannot dispute the fact that we call things by different names in different locations. But when you've never, for 40 some odd years, I've never heard anything about a rake, and all of a sudden, bam, I hear something about it. That's when I start putting a flag up going, okay, what we got here? I mean, this is probably going to break some hearts. I'm not a flat earther. Sorry, what I see with my own eyes, there's no such thing as a flat earth. The rake was they build a monster. Oh, okay, yeah. Started in years back. People were invited to write stories. And okay, that actually sounds familiar, Ryan. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, that sounds very familiar. So, yeah, you're starting to remind me of some stuff here. Yeah, they do. And that's the thing, man. Just because we don't, like I said earlier, just because we don't agree on something doesn't make me right, you wrong, or you right, me wrong. We just don't agree. You don't believe we live on the back of a turtle? That is more plausible than a flat earth. I hate to say it. It's more plausible. Yeah, they don't do but the same offer. Yeah. See, that's the thing. That's an interesting thing you bring up about the turtle, Roxanne. So if you actually study the history and the stories of our ancestors, so many mariners will talk about turtles that have been mistaken as islands. And they're so massive and huge. In fact, it got to the point where they've seen them so much that when they go past that same location at a different time and that island's gone, they would say, oh, it was one of them turtles. Now, the deal about Turtle Island is a Native American legend. They say that's, I can't remember which one it is off the top of my head. They're the ones that talk about how we live on the turtle. The U.S. looks like a turtle, yes. That's more plausible than flat earth because there's more to it. Flat earth, to me, and from my studies, is something the cabal set up to dumbify people. Just a lot of stuff I've researched on how things are. Flat earth was a theory designed by the cabal to keep people from knowing the truth. Chimera, yep. I mean, basically, if you look at it, I mean, look at all the ancient stories that talks about these giant turtles, and they're so big that they look like islands, and these islands are constantly moving. You can hear tons and tons and tons and tons of mariner stories from the old days about this stuff. Every civilization that has mariner in them has always been talked about these turtles. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that, but I've done some deep dive into some cabal stuff. I don't talk very much about that on here. That's a Rumble show, and they started that. I mean, literally had these people from Davos that was talking about it, and that is how it came out. So in a way, I guess it could be a prank. Yeah. I've had them guys argue with me. I've literally been on a ship out in the middle of ocean and not a single freaking speck of land in sight. And you can see the curvature of the earth. Now, another same aspect. When you're on a ship and you're leaving land and you're heading out to the middle of that big, vast ocean, if we was a flat earth, the damn land wouldn't go like that. Sorry. That's physics 101 right there. On top of that, when you're flying in one of them planes and you look out one of the windows and you actually look and you can actually see the curvature of the planet. I can't deny what my eyes have seen. Yeah. That used to be a theory amongst that was a theory amongst our ancient ancestors for a long time, that the earth was flat, and then it was proven it wasn't. I mean, you look at Enoch. Enoch talks about it being round. When he talked about when he was taken up to see God and he was in that ship and he was above the planet, it was like a globe. There is a Muslim, it might have been Muhammad. I can't remember if it was Muhammad or who it was. They had a very similar story to Enoch and said the same thing. And there's other religions that talked about when the gods took them up into their ships, their fiery chariots. When they looked down, it was round. Yeah. You have to remember, though, back in the day, people couldn't only travel as far. Yeah. There's things limited to travels. Exactly. And that's when you started getting out on mariners. And when your mariners started getting out and they started doing their travels and they started realizing there's more to our world than what we know. So now, part of what I agree with flat earthers, could there be more land we don't know about? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely got to be more land than what we know. But I'm sorry, the earth just ain't flat. And I've had several of them try to convince me the other ways. But man, they'll get flat out pissy with me saying, you can't see that with your eyes. The hell if you can't. Yeah, that's a question. Who all here has been on a ship out in the middle of the ocean? I mean, granted, I was on an aircraft carrier a lot of these times. I was on an aircraft carrier. So, I mean, I'm floating around on a skyscraper out in the middle of the ocean. But how many of y'all have ever been out in the ocean and looked at the horizon, or been up in a plane and looked at the horizon and you can actually see the curvature? Penny? Okay, yep, there you go. I mean, so Missouri's called the show me state. And so basically you got to show me in order for me to believe it. Can't deny what my own eyes have seen, Yeah, you really do. So yeah, you really can see a lot, man. I have in a plane, not on a boat. So there you go. I mean, me, it was just for me. It was both. For me, it was both. I mean, I've flown all over this world and I've floated all over this world. I've seen some amazing things, and I've got to interact and meet interesting people. I mean, my time in the military was truly blessed. I was truly blessed. I was not a good person back then, but now that I look back on it and got to realize the things that I got to see that most people don't get to see, I was blessed. I had an interesting debate with somebody today. They believe Godzilla was inspired by the Leviathan in the Bible. Nope. Goji was inspired by Rheodosaurus, not a Leviathan. Actually, I did not know that. I did not know that. That is cool. I forgot about that, Roxanne. There you go. Actually, thank you. I actually forgot about that. Huh. It's Godzilla! Run! God, I love the old Godzilla movies. I really love the old Godzilla movies. It's Godzilla! Run! It's Godzilla! And that's the sad thing, dude. Godzilla got a shit rap. The dude was actually doing some good. It's like, hey, y'all destroying this planet. So let me help you and destroy this thing that's destroying this planet. Then on top of that, you got these really bad dudes that's trying to come and take you out. And he's like, hey, I'll do you another solid, bro. I'll take these guys out for you too. Godzilla was a hero, man. Sorry, but he was a hero. He got a bad rep. Cynthia, good to see you, by the way, too. Honestly, being out in the ocean, don't get me wrong. Does it get boring pretty quick? Yeah. But the things you get to witness when you're out in the middle of that ocean, oh my God. It's amazing. I'm a certified scuba diver. I've never in my life done a freshwater dive yet. I've got most of my gear where I can go out and dive. I just need to get with somebody and go. All my dives have been in the ocean. And my God, the beauty, the mystique, the all of it. I mean, you're literally transported to another world and another dimension when you're sitting in that under that ocean, and all the amazing things you can experience there. It's humbling. You realize when you're at the bottom of that ocean and you're seeing all that life and all that ecosystem that's around you, you're itty bitty pittable in a big ass pond, man. It's amazing. And he also showed people not to give up. Yep, he got knocked down and got back. You're dang right, Ryan. But I'm telling you, man, if you ever get a chance to do scuba diving or be out in the ocean, I recommend it. I actually knew a guy that worked on Bagnell Dam, and he was a repair guy. So he scuba dived, repaired that. He never got back in that water again. He says, man, he goes, you'll hear this a lot. He goes, but I can tell you, you'll never believe it until you experience it your first time. He goes, I was sitting there making a repair, and I kept feeling like something was watching me. And I turned around, and there's this eyeball that was bigger than me. And he goes, that scared the shit out of me. He goes, I almost drowned. He goes, I was screaming underwater, lost my respirator. I almost drowned. He goes, I climbed out of that water, and I ain't never stepped foot back in it. If you can see all life beneath the ocean and still doubt how much of a miracle our world is, you're lost. Absolutely, Ryan. It is one of the most magical things I've ever done. There is beauty, there's magic, there's mystique, there's mystery, there's danger, there's suspense, there's romance. Everything that you're addicted to is in that big, beautiful blue water. I mean, it really is. I don't know how to describe it, man, but it's awe-inspiring. It's humbling, and it's one of the greatest things I ever did in my life. I love being a scuba diver, and I love diving the oceans. I am going to get around to diving freshwater. I'm trying to get set up financially. Haven't been able to do it yet. I've got all my gear. I just don't have my tank. But I'm going to. But if you guys could ever get a chance to dive in the ocean, I highly, highly, highly recommend going out in the ocean and diving. It is just flat freaking amazing. I've done a lot of that too. I really have. I've done a lot of that. Yeah. I love snorkeling. I used to shoot the underwater, what I called it a lava bridge. So in Hawaii, I was in the Marines. I was stationed in Hawaii on Kaneohe Bay, Hawaii, and on Kaneohe Beach, Officers Beach is what we called it. They're on Officers Beach because it was in officers' housing. You swam out there a little bit. There's this old lava flow that comes up, and it's got a tunnel. It goes underneath. It looks like a big old lava bridge, and on the other side of that, that's where the breaks are. So, and this thing is about 25 foot down and about 40 foot long. It took you to get down there and get to the other side, and you came up in them breaks. And oh my God, I used to do that all the time. It was so much fun. Now, of course, that was back when I was fit and could do it. Nowadays, I pass out 5 foot from getting to it. Years ago, I've seen a huge gars on the dam. Oh, dude, gars get big. Oh my God. Gars get big. Yeah, there's some mean little SOBs too. I broke pattern today, and the universe showed me something. It's like I got a supernatural download. Took me to my knees. Was magnet. That is awesome. Actually, Twisted. Actually, let's hear about that. I mean, that's kind of what this show's for, man. That is an encounter, regardless you believe it or not. That is an encounter. That is awesome. Um, wow, man. Yeah, when the universe shows you something, man, it'll knock you to your knees, without a doubt. Yeah. I mean, I've been humbled a few times by the universe. Every time I walk out there, I mean, I'm humbled. I mean, you guys have seen it in my videos when I do my stuff on my property. I'm in awe with the beauty that's out there. In my video today, or my live today, I was talking about, hey, means I got these flowers, I keep this here. This helps helps the fae. It helps the butterflies, the bees, the deer. It helps all that. It sounds good, bro. It sounds good. Um, Nature is a magical thing, and I hunt deer and I eat deer. I mean, I've never denied that, but I still am in awe every time I watch one of my game cam videos, or I see it in person, or I catch a picture from one of my other game cams. They're magnificent things, and everything you find out in nature, no matter where it is a magical, beautiful thing. And I manage my property not just for me, but for the wildlife that lives on my property. And I think I've shown enough evidence of how true that is, with the game cam footages I've shown you guys, with the evidence I found with the Bigfoot around here and all that stuff. When you are at one and you're at peace and you're at harmony with your land blesses you back. It really does. When you connect with nature, nature will bless you. And I am truly blessed to be where I am and live where I am. And I fought so hard to keep this place and to get this place. And I'm blessed that I was able to have that ability to do it. And I am blessed every day I go out in the woods. I'm always finding something new. I mean, you guys may laugh at me, but I was talking to a damn turtle in my life. And I do that all the time. I really do. Yes, you are, Twisted. Yes, you are. You are truly blessed. And we all are. When I last looked at my account, I was at 260 followers, and I've got 260 of the most amazing followers out there. Every single one of you guys, I am blessed that you guys chose to follow me. And to my new subscribers, thank you so much. Let's continue building this bizarre and the unknown universe. I don't focus on one topic. I like everything out there that's unusual, that's not talked about, that's a mystery, and it's a legend, it's lure. Exactly, Twisted. Exactly. 100%. I was talking to DA just before chat, and I was telling him, I was like, I'd like to know how many other researchers do what I do on my property, and if they do, what their results are. Because now I've got that theory in my head that I'm wondering if the reason why I'm having so much activity is because of how I treat my land. I am one with my land, and my land is one with me. I'm a part of it just as much as it's a part of me. And when I lose one of my little fur guys, I give them back to the land. They become part of the land. And in essence, we're still together. We're still one. We're still together. And I can't, y'all think how you want to think. That's how I am, man. That's how I am. And you guys look at the video and the results will show you that much right there. My son was dubbed the Turtle Highway Savior. He was always had to stop and save turtles to get to the other side. You had the memory come back. Well, I can't say much. I've been known to do that too. I really have. Yeah, I do too. I do too, Twisted. I love Mother Earth. We come from Mother Earth. We are a part of Mother Earth. That's why we need to reconnect with her energy and her vibration. We're never truly ourselves until we reconnect with the vibration of our mother. Every religion in history, even Christianity, would tell you we are made from the earth. We come from the earth. So if we are not a part of her, then why is it that every single religion out there will tell you we were created from the earth? The Norse will tell you he created man from elm tree and created ash from a woman from ash tree. Well, Adam, Eve, or ash man from ash, woman from elm, Adam and Eve. Zeus made molded clay and created man. God took from the earth, from the dust of the earth, and created man. Throughout all religions, it talks about how we are made from this earth. So we are out of sync with her because we've been pushed and brainwashed to be out of sync with her. And it's very important to get back in sync with her. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, you guys are probably laughing. You watch that little live I did earlier, that stuff I found, because I was talking to a little turtle. Roxanne was there. She can tell you. I was talking to a turtle. Yeah. I do that all the time. I'm snakes. Just don't matter what it is. I talk to them. You know, we are all brothers and sisters. You know, I'm not an ass to them unless I absolutely have to be. Yeah. I do that. That's funny though. I do that all the time. Really, every single time I do that. I will miss her when I'm gone. To smell the trees, flowers, and all the new life she brings. Yeah, yeah, me too, man. Yeah. Turtle's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Guess what, Turtle? You're on the interweb." I made that turtle famous. He's internet. He can go back to his other turtle buddies. Go, I've been on the interweb. I'm famous. Yeah. I love that stuff, man. I really do. You know, the videos, because I've got 2 game cams to do videos. So I've got to replace one of my game cams. Sadly, I went out there. I tried to fix this one again. This is my muddy game cam. Originally, I've got 2 of these. These are the ones that do video. I've been letting this one dry out. It pretty much has, but it won't read my memory card no more. It got water up in there. I've been trying to get it going for a while. So this one here, even this one don't go to my phone. So this one and the other one don't go to my phone. This is when I talk about going out and replacing SIM cards, it's on this one here. And so I love these because it does the video. So I'm looking at getting another one. It's going to cost me about $80 to replace this one here. It's the newer upgraded version. I believe it goes to my phone too. It says it does video, so I hope it does. I like the videos more than I do the pictures, just because I can see the reactions. And so I've got to come up with some money to replace that one. I've had that one for, I don't remember. I've had it for a while. Since I can't physically get out, I talk to nature through my window. Yeah. I mean, as long as you're doing it, as long as you're connecting, man, that's what counts. I told a bumblebee near the bathroom window that he sure had a cute fuzzy butt. Same here, Benny. I can't get to the front porch, but that's about it. Thankfully. Yeah, I mean, I love sitting on my front porch. Yeah, I mean, I live out in the woods. You guys have seen my videos, man. I live out in the boonies. I live out in the woods. I love it. I really do. I get all sorts of wildlife comes around all the time. I love it. I love sitting on my porch swing out on my front porch and drink my tea or drink my coffee and just kind of I'll sit out there in the pitch black. I love it. Yeah, that's so cool, Penny. That's so cool. My little hummingbirds will fly in my face like if I don't keep the hummingbird feeder filled, they'll fly in my face. Go, hello. Are you forgetting something? Look, look, look. I mean, they're literally, no, they're literally like this close, flying in front of my face. Like, come on. Hey, you take it easy, Twisted. Thank you for coming in. I can't wait to hear the rest of your story. But yeah, I mean that's the interaction I have with them out here. Yes, that's it's very good idea. Very good idea, Ryan. I'm fixing to do a nature meditation later on. It just downpoured here, so it has to be earthly smell. Oh yeah, and then you got that water, so you got that instant connection conduit. Oh yeah, yes. I love it. I love going out there every bit of it. I just I love my woods, man. I love being out there, regardless if I'm hunting something or not. Man, I like being in my woods. I love. I'll sit there and hide in the bushes and watch little fawns play. I watch squirrels do their things. Every now and then I'll be at my tree stand and I'll have a squirrel climb up and kind of look at me like, "You don't look right. What the hell are you?" And I'll sit there for a little bit just staring at this squirrel, and then I go and watch that thing jump out and go take it off. It's fun. I about pissed myself. I about fell out of a tree stand one time. I laughed so hard doing that. But I love having fun. Before I get released from this plane, I hope I can sit and watch fireflies once more. A few others. Oh yeah, that's so beautiful. And what's funny is sometimes it's not the fireflies you're watching; it's little fairies. Go pixies. Yeah, it's just simple things, man. So I mean, that's to me those are just as much as an encounter as it is with paranormal, supernatural, cryptid, mythological, folklore. Man, it's all something. It's beautiful. It all has a message. It all has a story. It all has a history. It all has a life. It all has a soul. We're all connected. I actually watched a mountain lion the other day. He just was passing through, but he stared at me once or one another for. Oh, we stared at each other one for 5 minutes. Yeah, I've been hunted by them damn things a few times. It really sucks when you're walking below a cliff and you hear something above you and you slowly look up and there's a damn cougar walking that cliff ledge staring at you. That'll make your blood start going, oh shit. And I'm looking going, I definitely can't outrun your ass. If I turn around, you got me. So we can either go our separate ways, which I hope we do, because brother, I don't want to hurt you and I don't want you to hurt me. But if it's a fight you want, then it's going to fight you get. I'm a screamer. you know? There was a man in my hometown that had a mountain lion and as a house cat. I had my share of cat time. Yeah, I knew somebody in Balko, Missouri, where I lived once time. It's up north. It's north of St. Joe, and she had a pet mountain lion, and she took pictures for Hallmark. And her mountain lion was on the Hallmark cards. This was back in late '80s, early '90s. But kids couldn't go around it because it wanted to eat kids. That's really cool, Ryan. I have yet to have that experience with a mountain lion. Every experience I've ever had, he was looking at me like I was a freaking fatty cake and he was wanting to get some. Yeah. I live in the Acapulco, and my family I knew had a partner or a panther in their house. Yeah. 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 My friends, her mom, yeah, she did that. She made she made a very good living selling her panther pictures to Hallmark for their Hallmark cards. We had a blue. She had blue eyes and named Sasha. I sat on the sofa with her. That's cool, man. Yeah, that is. They really are. Panthers, man. Cougars. Cougars are a thing of. They're a bundle of a lot of stuff. They are death. They are power, but they're also mystique and beautiful and amazing. I mean, they're a bunch of things balled up in one big old fur ball. Yeah, I mean, stuff like that will. I mean, I'll never forget. I mean, even though it didn't like kids, it wanted to eat kids. I mean, it still was a great thing to be able to go to my friend's house and see her pet cougar. I had a wolf, and this is why I'm a strong believer. I'm very, very connected to wolves. So when I was homeless, a church family took us in eventually. We lived in the church for a little while. We lived in back of a Chevette for a long time. Then we was able to live in the church, and then one of the families took us in. And actually in Rogersville, Missouri. And that was back when we just built Rogersville Full Gospel. And so we was homeless up north. We came down here because Mom was supposed to have a job, and we were still living in the car. Mom had gotten her job, and then we got taken in by the church. And then we got taken in by the family until we had enough money to be able to get a place of our own. And this wolf was a Missouri timber wolf, and that family had rescued it. It was the only pup to survive. Its mama had died. Its brothers and sisters died. This was the only one that was saved. And from the day I stepped foot on that property, that wolf was at my side. It wouldn't let me get close to a snake. It would stop me. It would kill that snake before it let me move on. And then it would walk me down to the bus stop, and it would wait at the bus stop till I got home from school. I'm a hobbit-sized little little lady, and her paws were dinner plates. I'm like, heck yeah, man, they got some big old paws. They also represent strength, courage, resilience, and I took his presence as a message. Exactly, and you should. Oh, you 100%, yes. Truly connected and blessed, Ryan. Yeah, you are. Fascinating, Penny. I bet her purr was loud too. Oh God, yeah, yeah. It's awesome. Yeah, that's why I always tell people. And if you hang around me enough, you'll see me do it often. And I didn't do it today on live. I got sidetracked, which is rare for me. But anytime I run into something like that in nature, I always tell them, thank you for visiting me. If you have a message to give me, please relay it to me in a dream in a language I understand. And I got sidetracked because I was trying to get out there because I was feeling that negativity. Was starting to fill up. It was very faint that time, so I didn't really pay much attention to it, but I could feel it building up. So I wanted to get my live done to show everybody what I found today. And I went off and I thanked it for showing itself, but I forgot to ask it if it had a message for me and to deliver it into a dream in a language I understand. So I may very well have missed out on a very important message that our great grandfather was trying to give me because I got sidetracked. Maybe that's why that negative energy built up because I forgot to do it. I don't know. But, it was later on that energy got stronger. You'll hear it in the video I'm talking about. I was like, man, I'm being watched. I could feel it. I'm being watched. And then my dog disappeared, wouldn't never come back to me. Ended up cutting alive because I couldn't find my dog because I was really worried about my dog. I was really, really, really worried about my dog. And what I felt was watching me, though, was up in the trees. That's the thing. I can't tell if it was teeth marks. I did upload the pictures. It is available on YouTube. Real quick, while I get that set up, I want to tell everybody something. Next Saturday, I will not have a Campfire Chats, and I've got to get with William and remind him to let him know I ain't going to be able to go live with him next Saturday. we have our yearly fundraiser. Where did it go? We have our yearly fundraiser that we got to do, and that's next Saturday. So if you're in the Springfield area, you want to come see me, or you want to see some motorcycles and support Coach for Kids for Springfield Public Schools, we'll be at the Foxhole in Springfield, Missouri. And the Foxhole's off of Kearney Street on the other side of Kansas. You go down Clifton, and it's right there off of Kearney. But come down, you can come see me. I'll be there. I'll be parking cars, parking motorcycles, but it's our yearly car and bike show that we do. There's gonna be food there. There's gonna be live music there, rifle items, 50-50 drawings. We got a lot of stuff, and we do not collect a single penny of this money. Every bit of this money goes in for Coach for Kids. Last year, if I remember the numbers correctly, we raised over $14,000 for Springfield Public Schools for Coach for Kids program. Enough money that every kid that needed a coat got a coat and was able to put that money to the food deficit so kids can eat, and also other stuff that needed to be done. So we had enough money for all the kids to have coats and to help support other things. So I really love doing that stuff. Hello, Ida. Brother William really helped me to open my spirituality up. I am honored, and we call one another brother. Yeah, William is a rock solid dude. William is definitely a rock solid dude. No worries about being late, Ida. I mean, that's all good. It's good to see you here. Trying to get them pictures up. I will upload one of the best photos I can of that jar. Let me see which one's going to be the best one. Like I said, these are all on my YouTube channel as well. I made a video with them. Yeah, it's probably going to be the best one. Whatever it was definitely small. I can't dispute that. If it's teeth, then that's what it is. If it ain't, then they used a tool. Either way, really damn cool. Number 13. Uh-oh. Oh, you're not going to do that, are you? Okay, let me do this another way then. I hate doing this, but that's okay. I'll keep them. It says it's supposed to do it with the program it was on, but I don't like to do it. So I got to change the format on it. Where the hell did it go? Oh. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back to your comments. I'm trying to get this uploaded for you guys. But yeah, next Saturday, if you're looking for something to do, come down and see me and support them Springfield Public School kids. Get back over to the comments and I'll enlarge that photo. Daggone it. Get back up here. Eric, was there a lid on the? Yes, there was a lid on the peanut butter jar, and it also had that seal that was on there. And both the seal I couldn't find. I don't know where the seal went to. The lid was about 20, 30 feet from where the jar was. Yeah. Yeah, I cuss that thing a lot. So that is the jar. And there's like a triangle shaped cutout right there, kind of in the middle up top. And there's scratches. And all along this thing, there's little holes poked all around this thing. It most likely is going to be probably, it could be a small animal. Then again, something could have opened it up and the animal just got to it later too. I don't know. But I don't think there's another way I can make it any better than what it actually is. No, it's not. But yeah, this thing was all jacked up. The lid was off. The sealant was away from it. Get your backside back out there and find a seal now. No putting trash. I look for it, Penny. I look for it. I do not. Yeah, that's one thing it could be, Cynthia. It could be a raccoon. I'm not disputing that one bit. It could be a bear too. The only thing that leaves me kind of excited about it might be in being Bigfoot is the footprints, the impressions I found on the ground all around that area. They're around roughly 10 inches long. Now, there is also a possibility that if it was Bigfoot who done it, that he could have cleaned it up, threw it down, and something else came in afterwards too. That's why I collected it, is because of the possibility there could be something else tied to it besides being a raccoon or something. So that's why I wanted to collect it. That's why it's in a sealed baggie, in a paper bag. You'll see the video. I've got the video of how I collected it. It's out there. Yeah, exactly right. And that's why I said this is just a possibility. Yes, it's a plastic jar. So, my curiosity is what brings my interest up is, like I said, it was the footprints I was finding out there roughly about that big. And they were probably about that wide. I mean, they were long and they were wide. And it was all in that area, around that jar, where the jar was. Part of the stump was ripped from there. Now, there's a previous picture I've showed before on here where that same stump was covered in termites. So I'm like, whatever was getting to that. Now, in where that piece was ripped off, I actually had a plastic container with blue rubies in it, and that jar was removed from there. It was about 4 foot from where it originally was on the other side of that stump, and it was creamy, and that piece was put back. Hope it didn't get cut on that sharp. Yeah, jar sharp. Well, actually, that's the funny thing. Where the lid is, Penny, it's not chewed on. Where the lid is, that was perfectly removed. Not a single bit of that seal was on there. The only part that was chewed and scratched was the bottom side. Crap. But yes, this side, it was creamy. So it's just really cool. I wanted to collect it for DNA purposes later on, just for the chance that it could have had multiple things. Because laying out there, multiple things could have got to it. No, Penny. If you actually look where the lid was, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's all the bottom. It's all the bottom of it, and about halfway up, it's got scratches and bites on it. Where the lid was, that was perfectly fine. It was almost like somebody somehow magically took the seal off without leaving any bit of it on the damn deal. And the lid was about 20 or 30 feet away from where it was. Yeah, so the part you're talking about is actually the bottom. So, But I've got it in a sealed evidence bag right now inside of an evidence paper bag. I've got it stored away. Just like I said, for as long as it's been out there, don't know when it was gotten into. Multiple different creatures could have had a hand in it by the time I came across to it. So, by the small possibility that Bigfoot did get into it and did eat it and it got finished off by something else, there is a possibility that there could be Bigfoot DNA on it. So, I'm not saying there is. I'm not saying there ain't. I'm saying there's a possibility. So, I wanted to tag and bag it. Pennies are just as good with their hands. Yeah, they really are. They have opposable thumbs and everything. Yes. I mean, they can do that stuff. 100% a raccoon can. A bear couldn't. A raccoon can. But a bear can use its tongue to take a lid off. I've actually seen videos where a bear has taken its tongue, wrapped it around that lid, and unscrewed the lid off of something. So, yes, a bear can do it too. But as far as using its thumbs, bear couldn't do it. The stuff on the bottom, unless it was a baby Bigfoot chewing on it, the stuff on the bottom, I'm pretty convinced was another animal. Yeah, but I don't have otters out here. Yes, otters can do. Otters do have that too. Yeah, I don't have otters here, but the only two things that can do it besides Bigfoot where I'm at now would be a raccoon and a bear, which I have both. I do have weasels, but I don't think a weasel can do it. So it's just cool, man. Yeah. Baby black bear opened a bottle of Coca-Cola, drank it, then it threw it on the dumpster in the wild near. There you go. Yeah. I mean, people don't realize how long a bear's tongue is. A bear has got an extremely long tongue, and that thing can really rip. And it would rip it up. It will stick it out, curl it around that thing, and twist it. And I've really seen him do it. And ironically, peanut butter jars, but it would twist it off with its tongue. I'm just like, that is cool. I should have bagged and tagged that lid too. Daggone it. I'm going to have to go back out there. Hopefully that lid's there tomorrow. I'm going to go out there and tag and bag it tomorrow. I didn't think about it. I needed to tag and bag that as well. I'm going to have to go back out there tomorrow. I'm going to carefully go back out there tomorrow. Hopefully things are calmed down out there. But whatever was out there was not happy. Hey, Juno. So I got to remember to do that tomorrow. I need to go out there and tag and bag it. I mean, I could show you the jar. I've got the jar right over here. It's in my closet up on the shelf. I won't take it out of the plastic zip. It's sealed in a plastic bag. I won't take it out of it, but I can take it out. If you guys want to see it, I can take it out of the paper bag at least. Put another one out with a trail cam pointed at it. If nothing touches it, it's Bigfoot. Okay. So, thing about trail cams, and this is not just my theory. Other people have the same theory, but this has also been what I've experienced out here with my guest. They don't go around trail cams. In fact, if you go out there wherever I've got a trail cam at, there's an X formation with trees right on the edge of where my trail cam is. So it's set up right before it triggers my trail cam. And you'll see these out in my woods wherever I've got a trail cam at. Hey, Uncut. So that's why I do not put trail cams out in the areas like which is out here. Now, this area was here. We set this up when I done that documentary with Linda Eastburn called Byways of Bigfoot. And this was stuff that was left over. So the granola bar wrappers that they got into, so they literally had to get into the boxes. The wooden box, they had to open it up and get it out. The plastic box, they broke it. They broke it and got in everything. And that plastic box is what the peanut butter was in. So they had to break that plastic box, get the peanut butter out, and then open it up and everything else. Yeah, I don't put trail cams on that stuff because I've never had a hit. Everywhere my trail cam is, right outside, right before you get to where it'll trigger it, I have an X formation of trees, and so therefore I never put a trail cam on it. I'm a firm believer they could see that IR. I mean, I was skeptical about it for a long time, but I've had trail cams on my property for a very long time, and excuse me, and never got hit. And every single one of them has had that formation right outside its view. Okay, so that cam wasn't on a tree. That cam is in my field on a power pole. That's not on a tree. That's on a power pole out in my field, and I've never got a hit on it. They've always been where that's facing. It's always been there to the right of where that's facing, so it won't trigger it. They're inside the tree line. That's out in my field. The one I have in my tree line, I used to have two of them. I used to have this one here, which faced up in that direction, and in that direction, right outside its view, is an X formation. The other one is on the same side of the valley as that is, but it's facing the valley the other way, and would not pick anything like that up. So another thing I've done with my trail cams is I have moved my trail cams into areas where there's been high activity, Bigfoot activity. I did that with byways of Bigfoot. I had it about 15, 20 foot in the air, leaning down, right down the path where we were getting all them that family group footprints. And that was a theory that Ron Bowles told me about. So I tried it. I climbed up in the tree. I put it up there. It was about 15 foot up in the tree, and pointed down at that trail where we was getting all that family group size footprints. We had footprints from 7 inch to 19 inches long on this trail. And after I did that, I stopped getting activity on that trail. And I left that trail cam there for 3 or 4 months, hoping that something would happen. And they've literally went around where that trail cam was. Do you know Grizzly Chris? He is in Kentucky and has over 35 cams on all sorts in his woods. No, I don't know him. I don't know. I just know what I've experienced on my property with my game cams, and every single time they've either moved their path of travel from where I've had it facing. I've literally had a video which pisses me off because I don't know what happened to it, and I'm so freaking mad. If somebody got onto my shit and raced it, I'm be pissed. But I literally had a hand grabbing my game cam and moving it away. Literally, you can see the fingers come right up my game cam, and when I got out there, my game cam is moved and facing a totally 90-degree direction from where it really was. I'll try to check it out. I just tell you my experience. I've never had it. They've always moved it, or they've stayed out of view of it. So, and that's what I've had out here. I've never had luck. So what I'm trying to do is come up with some recording devices that doesn't have IR. If I can get something that's not IR, I think I can have better luck. Just because of the things they've done with my IR game cams. So that's why I don't do it. So I took that camera. Once I took that game cam that was facing in that direction, I took it down and put it back to where it originally was. About a month later, I started getting activity back in that area again. That area went completely dead. Completely dead. Not a single activity. The only thing I would get was deer, turkey, coon, possum, skunk, squirrels, a bunch of other stuff. But every single footprint I used to get in that area was gone. And then a month later, after I took that cam down and put it back where it was, is I got activity again. And now they got to messing with that stuff again. I moved that cam when we set up that deal for Byways of Bigfoot. When we set that area up for that documentary, Byways of Bigfoot, is when I moved that cam there. And up till about 3 months ago is when I moved that cam back. And the last 2 months, I've been having a lot of activity there with Bigfoot again. And now they've gotten into what we set up. And originally, that game cam was set up to try to capture if something was there. I'm a firm believer in that, Don. I really am. And that's just because my personal experiences, my investigations, my setup with my game cams on my property in places I know Bigfoot travel. They have moved or set up. They always set up an X formation right outside the view of it every single time. No matter where I put that, and I've moved my game cams around. If an area starts getting slow with wildlife, I move my game cams. I keep my game cams in areas that has the most activity, because not only do I use my game cams to know where the deer are when I go hunting, I also use my game cam to keep an eye on the health in oh my God, what is that word? The number of wildlife I have in that area. So it's not just for hunting, it's for my personal research as well, because I need to know what area I need to focus on to manage it better, to bring them back. I've only had 2 Bigfoot encounters, and neither had anything to do with cams. Yeah. Every single time I've ever had something, it's never been around a cam. Never, not once. But I'm a firm believer that they can see IR. Now, I will admit, I was a skeptic about that for a very long time. But after the last 2 years of testing that theory with my personal game cams, I can say without a doubt, for me, they do not work. Now, they may work for somebody else. For me, they do not work. I've never got a hit from a game cam. Now, am I always hoping that something's going to be just outside that trigger range when something else moves through and snaps a picture of it? Oh, yeah, because that is a possibility. There is a possibility it could be moving right outside that trigger range for that IR, and something flies and triggers it and captures it. Yeah, a lot of them have, Roxanne. I've been a skeptic about it for a very long time. So I wanted to, in order for me to jump on that bandwagon, I had to test it out myself. And I've tested this theory for 2 years solid now. And it's the same result every single time, no matter where I put it, no matter how high up I put it, no matter what. It's the exact same result. Traffic dies in that area. You no longer see or have activity in that area with them, or the X formations are moved and they're right outside that trigger range. I'm a firm believer that X formation is to warn other Bigfoot that this area is, and do not go in this area. You know, I'm a firm believer in that. And you guys if you got to watch my live, you'll see what I call the nursery. I don't know what it is for sure. I just called it a nursery because it was something made by a bunch of trees in the area, strip cedar, and every imprint I've had in that inside that little TP style setup has been small. So I'm under the theory that it's a possibility that when my family group is here, when they're out doing something, maybe they put baby inside that thing. I don't know. Sorry, I had to cough. I've literally had it about 3 foot off the ground and pointing up. That's closest to the ground I've had it, Roxanne. You're absolutely right. And that's why every time I go out in the woods, I'm not going out there going, hey, I'm looking for Bigfoot. It's like I've said to you guys countless times. Your thoughts soar through the air like arrows on an open field. And deer will pick that up. And if deer and a squirrel and everything else can pick it up, I'm a firm believer that cryptids can pick it up as well. I didn't go out today expecting to find what I've. Honestly, when I went out today, I was shooting a normal video for you guys, showing you how I manage my property for my wildlife. Because you guys, I'm getting a lot of good hits off of my game cam videos. A lot of people seem to love to watch my game cam videos of my deer and everything else. That's why today, after 3 months, I finally got off my lazy ass and went out and swapped out the SIM card on the one in the field because it actually plays videos. And so I was shooting a video to lead up for the game cam in the field to show you how I manage my property for wildlife. And I stumbled across what I found today. I haven't done that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to clean pee off of my stuff. Be honest with you. Between the cats and all the different kinds of house cats and wild cats, house dogs, wild canines. I mean, I've got red wolves. I've got Missouri timber wolves. I've got coyotes. I've got foxes. I've got bobcats. I've got cougars. I've got my dog. I've got my cats. If it's on the ground like that, they're going to pee on it. Yeah, that ain't game cams. When I bought it, I don't remember how many years ago I bought this one here. This was $50 when I bought it. The new version to this now is $80. Yeah, it's kind of like what we had in the Marines, stay off the grass. Where did that sign go? We wound up right outside our door while we're laughing, smoking weed. Stay off the grass. Yeah, that don't work. But I'll be honest with you, that's why I don't have it on the ground. Mine usually sit about the lowest I put it's where I got now, and that's 4 foot. Because 4 foot will give me a perfect shot of deer that come through. And a lot of, oh, God dang it, Snow, your claws. Ah, bud, you got me good. Woo, you dug that fucker in deep. Oh, my God. Yeah, buddy. Ooh, that hurt, bud. You got me. Damn, I'm bleeding. Ooh, you got me good with them claws. I'm fine without having no Bigfoot encounter. I have a gut feeling I never will. I'm from a city where Bigfoot are not around. You actually uncut, I wouldn't say that. There is a crap ton of sightings in cities. Bigfoot are not around mainly, though. If I go into the wild, Bigfoot knows I respect them. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, me and Williams talk about. Dang, that still hurts. Me and Williams talked about that a lot of times. Have respect. Yeah, hey Blue, it's good to see you. Yeah, his claws are like sharp as hell right now. Oh my God! And I'm not in my chair. I broke my chair. So, cat out of the bag. Why you don't see my chair? I broke it. I was listening to DA's podcast the other week, and I was kind of leaning back in my chair, and I had a dog and 2 cats on me, and we're just kind of kicked back, and all of a sudden, yeah, my leg broke off my chair. So I'm sitting in an old chair that hurts my butt and doesn't adjust. I'm up high. And so I've got to have my computer up high. And so he can't hop in my lap like he normally does because, this chair sits hella high. And so he got me in the back of my calf with his claws. I am too. Oh, my God. I was so worried. Oh, my God. I was so worried. Oh, God. I was so worried about that. I see Bigfoot more of a wilderness and nature being. Oh, they are. Yeah. No, I've got my calves don't have fluff. My calves do not have fluff. Yeah, no, my calves are straight muscle. They don't have fluff. So yeah, that one dug in pretty good. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see your claws. Come here. Let me see your claws. I don't know if we can see them on camera or not. Them things are pretty damn sharp. And I leave him. He trims them himself because, well, we're out in nature. And hey, Freaky, interesting. I'm sub to the bells rang yet no notification, but you're in my recommended feed. Go to that bell. This is happening quite a bit. Go to your bell, Freaky, and if this has happened to me, I don't know how many times, and I'm constantly having to go in and fix this. It switches me to private and not all. And I've missed so many people's videos because I don't realize they're on because it's not notifying that they're on. I'm subscribed to them. I'm with them, but it's on private and not all. So if that bell is not on all, it will not let you know when I go live. I don't trim him, Penny, because we live out in the wild, and he trims them pretty good when he's out there digging, and it helps protect him. Dogman may be a wilderness being, but they are seen where people live more so than Bigfoot. Yeah, there's a crap ton of Dogman encounters in the city, too. There is a crap ton of them for Bigfoot sightings in the city as well. So, y'all, we're getting close to that 2-hour mark. A DA is going to be coming on in an hour. Y'all, let's start doing our stuff. So, one thing I want to talk about first. We're not a sponsor, but I do have permission, and he's tickled pink that I'm doing this. And that is everybody's favorite little pocket doc, Carrie Pocket Doc Davis with Dark Angel Medical. This is the kit that I take out in the field with me. Now, this is set up for military standards. I know military first aid. So when I go out in my field, this is the field pack that I take with me out in the field. I absolutely love this one. I have another one too, and it's a headrest one that sits in my truck, and it straps to the back of my headrest. But this has many different kinds of stuff. All this is top grade, top freaking grade trauma kit stuff, and it comes with your own scissors with it and everything. If you use this to save a life, and you send the evidence to Carrie, to Pocket Doc, on how you saved a life, he replaces what you use for absolutely free. So he lives right as the one ends. Yeah. So if you guys are looking for a good trauma kit, you're going to pay a little bit of money. You absolutely will pay a little bit of money, but these things are 100% worth it. If you use DA's code Cryptid20, I haven't had Doc. Doc was going to make me a code. I told him not right now. I've only got 260 followers, so I wanted to save it a little bit. So we'll just use DA's code for now. If you use Cryptid20, you get 20% off. And if you have FSA or HSA, you can use those to buy Dark Angel medical kits. I highly, highly, highly recommend these kits, either for your personal use or your investigative use. This one here, for me, is absolutely perfect. He has different levels. Like I said, this is the military edition. He has different levels of kits for whatever you're accustomed to. Like I said, I did military because that's what I know. I know combat field medicine. He goes live an hour after this one. Yes, Freaky. He goes live an hour after this one. He goes on at 2000 Central or 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, where I get off about 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Another good company that I highly recommend is Rock Blades. I don't have one of his blades yet. I'm going to get the money because I want to have him make me a old North CX. But Brock Blades. Brock was a law enforcement officer that now he solely makes hand forged blades. Not a single blade is going to look identical to its counterpart. They're all going to be different. Not one looks the same. They're all hand forged, extremely good quality knives. Very good. I mean, I love my scallywag. I do have scallywags. I've got to talk to them, see if they're okay with me talking to them about them on my show. I love them. But I talked to Brock, and Brock's a hell of a good guy. Yeah, love that guy's work. Amazing work he does. Amazing blades. But if you go to Brock Blades, and he can customize a blade for you. Yeah. So Roxanne had posted a little bit ago, and also throughout the night with D.A. Roberts. D.A. Roberts, he's a fellow author. The man is an amazing author. Top-notch material. I mean, he's been a #1 Amazon author a couple times now. His writings are off the hook good. If you go to Amazon, type in D.A.Roberts, it'll take you to his books. If you click his name, they'll take you to his author's page or fan page. If you click that, you'll automatically get notified anytime he drops a new book. If you like good podcast, a good investigator, a good man that comes with theories about cryptids, go to YouTube to DX Machina, which will be on in an hour, and give him a follow. Definitely well worth the follow. His counterpart, which will be on with him tonight, is Robbie Rip Rains. He's a co-host on DX Machina. He has his own show called What's Really Out There. And that is, he calls it DAX Machina Light. Him and Johnny do amazing videos on stuff. A lot of times they're short videos, 30, 40 minutes long, but they're really good. So go to YouTube to What's Really Out There 7170 and give him a follow and listen to his stuff. You'll really love it. The next one is my dear friend, my good brother. I co-host with him on Saturday and Sunday mornings and sometimes Friday nights, is William Nighthawk. If you go to YouTube to William Nighthawk 6630, give him a follow. He is extremely knowledgeable man and a rock solid dude. I am truly blessed to be a co-host with him. Short videos called shorts. But give William a follow. He's amazing. The next one I'm going to talk about, I've had her on my show a couple times, or I've had her on my show before. Or, oh, no, I'm sorry. Wrong one. Jesus Payon. Yeah, I've had him on my show a couple times. Dude, I love the shit out of Jesus Payon Jr. If you like the TV shows Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul, that's the dude right there. That's Gonzo, baby. Go to YouTube to Breaking Discoveries or Breaking Bigfoot and give Jesus a follow. He's awesome. The guy is extremely talented, not just as an actor, but as a field researcher as well. So go to YouTube and look up Jesus Payon. He also has a book out. Sadly, I've got it over there and I forgot the name of it, and I've got to update his deal with that book. But it's his dietary book, what he used to lose a lot of weight. And the man's good. The cryptid huntress herself, Jessica Jones. You can't leave her out. She's amazing. I've had her on my show before. I've been on her show a few times. She does really good work, really good investigator. She likes to dive in and see things at different angles. Very good podcaster as well. That's Jessica Jones. Go to YouTube to the Cryptid Huntress and give her a follow. I do have merch that's for sale. And I've got different kinds of lines of all different kinds of merch. Some of it funny, some of it not, some of it military, some of it Viking. Just some really good stuff. I'm always coming up with new stuff, and I listen to you guys. If there's something you guys want, I'll do my best to make it. So if you go to my merch store, the Bizarre and the Unknown, It's also it's on Teespring, but you look up Bizarre the Unknown there, and you'll find all my merchandise. If you want to donate to my channel, I got different ways you can do it. This kind of helps you out. If you want to, I'm not going to ever ask you to do it. You can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com at the Bizarre and the Unknown, and you can donate to there. I get more when you donate to that. The podcaster gets more of his proceeds back than he does if you do it with our YouTube or anybody else. If you have an encounter you want me to do a video on, or you want to share some stuff, or you want to show me some things, email me at cryptidmythological@gmail.com. That is the best way that you can email, that I can answer back. I have shows that are on X. It was on X. I'm probably going to have to take it off. I can't do X anymore, but I've got shows on Patreon. I'm slowly building my Patreon up. I've got 3 tiers on that with special stuff. If you're a Patreon mover or subscriber, you get first looks at my books. So each tier has a certain amount of chapters that it's available to for you to see. So depending on what tier it is, this is how many chapters of that book you can see. You can also find me on Twitch and Rumble. When I do my political shows, I do them on Rumble because I'm not censored on Rumble. I have 2 shows every week. It's usually on Saturdays, is what like today's is Campfire Chats with Eric and Guest at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. On Sundays, I do my regular show, which I'm doing vampires tomorrow, and that's at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. And that's a show that I actually talk real depth on a subject, which like on vampires, I got 23 pages of notes. Campfire Chats is what you guys created. My subscribers created this show we're having today because they wanted a place to be able to share their encounters and talk about their encounters. And that became I was doing a live on a book, which sometimes I go live when I'm working on my book to give you a chance to kind of look what I do, ask questions about the book that I'm making. And that during one of those shows is when, or one of them lives is where the Campfire Chats was born. So literally this show on Saturdays was born from you guys. This is for you. No worries, Dawn. If you guys wouldn't mind, please hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Now let's build this amazing universe that we're in and have a good time. And once again, to all my subscribers and to all my new subscribers, thank you very much. Let's get the word out there. Let's come up with some amazing stuff, and let's get out there and investigate, man. Let's see what, even if you don't find anything cryptid, you're out in nature, man. It's still beautiful, and I still love hearing the experiences. So until tomorrow, everybody, peace, love, and blessings to every single one of you guys. Thank you again. And hopefully I'll see you in DA's chat in an hour. So until then, peace, love, and blessings, everyone.